Windlesham is a very special school. We're set in 65 acres of inspirational grounds, and it's a unique and distinctive educational experience. We want our children to be creative, to be independent learners, to enjoy every aspect of their time at school, and we ensure that they feel safe, nurtured, and known as individuals within our setting. We aim for academic rigour, but we also want our children to experience as many different opportunities as possible. That in itself is what makes a fantastic Windlesham experience and education. A country prep school education is like no other. You have the benefit of an inspirational setting surrounded by 65 acres of glorious parkland and amazing views here at Windlesham of the South Downs. Most importantly, perhaps our children have the space to grow and to develop and to really experience a proper childhood. And within that space, it means we have the resources on site to do everything that we want to do with them and for them. We have playing fields, we have our own indoor swimming pool, sports hall, sports facilities, theatre, drama studio, the space to grow, the space to develop, and the space for an inspirational education. As the oldest prep school in the country, boarding is fundamental to our culture, our ethos and our traditions at Windlesham. We offer full boarding, weekly boarding and flexi boarding to ensure that every child has the opportunity to experience boarding and for parents to make sure that we have the right boarding provision that will suit their needs and their requirements. As a full boarding school, it means that we never close. We have a number of staff, my family included, who live on site. And we ensure that we are a full and vibrant community during the week and at the weekends, which is of course most important for our full boarders. We have our Windlesham Diploma, our Windlesham Challenge on Saturday mornings, fixtures and activities on Saturday afternoons, and Sundays are devoted to ensuring that our children have a really enjoyable day, just as they would do if they were at home. Perhaps a later breakfast, an activity in the morning, a swim in our pool or on our inflatable, a trip out, a walk on the downs, or perhaps experiencing a new activity. Our boarding during the week means that children have the opportunity to do their prep at school. They can also take advantage of a huge number of activities and have fun with their friends. We make sure that our boarding community, our dormitories, are homely and really comfortable places for our children. Our boarding staff know our children extremely well, and it really is very much a home from home experience, whether you're a flexi, weekly or full boarder at Windlesham. We have a number of families who live in London and want to take advantage of the amazing facilities and inspirational setting of Windlesham, and therefore we run an accompanied bus service to and from London at weekends, at exeats, half terms and the beginning and end of terms, and we ensure that the member of staff who is accompanying the children knows them very well and that we make that experience as easy as possible for our London parents. At Windlesham, we have children from reception age 4 all the way through to age 13 and year 8. And there never is really an age that is better than any other for a child to join the school. It's really about whether they are ready to take advantage of all the opportunities that we have and that they're ready for that transition, that change in their educational setting. What is most important, that whatever age our children join us, we make sure that we make that move, that transition, that change of school as easy and enjoyable as possible. So we will talk with parents, we'll make sure that the children are familiar with the school setting. Every child will have a host who will look after them. That host will make contact with the children before they actually start at the school, so they have a familiar face. They know people before they start. And once they join the school, we find that children, whatever age, whether it's in the pre-prep, whether it's in our lower school, or whether it's in year 7 and 8, really do hit the ground running. We're a busy, vibrant community, a friendly, happy school, and children soon settle and enjoy their school days. It soon becomes very much their world, their life, and that's a huge priority for us. The admissions process for any school can be a worrying time for parents, and really what we want is for parents to get to know us and for us to get to know prospective parents. It's very much about relationships. So that can start 2-3 years in advance of your child actually joining the school. But really for registrations, we would expect parents to register a year in advance and then make as many visits to the school as they feel is necessary. It's all about soaking up that atmosphere and making sure that whatever school you choose to join is the right school for your child. And as parents, you are the people that really can only tell that. But it is about an initial visit, a visit with your children, and as many visits or phone calls or establishing contact with the school so that we can answer all your questions and that you get to know us really well and that we can start to build that relationship, which will then ensure that when your child does join us, that transition is as smooth as possible. We want our assessment procedures at Windlesham to be as child-friendly as possible. We don't want to overface children. We don't want to make the whole process difficult or anxious for either the children or the parents. So we want it to be as smooth and natural as it possibly can be. So our entrance procedure really is for parents to come visit us, to make contact with our admissions department, to get to know the school, to visit with your children, and then we will ask them in for a taster day, and part of that taster day will be an assessment procedure. So we'll ask children to sit some online tests for us, really, that will tell us their cognitive ability, their innate academic ability, and their potential. We're looking for potential in every single child that joins us. We're looking for children who will thrive in our environment and who will make the most of every single opportunity available. That's far more important to us than anything else. But of course, we do need to understand where they are academically, what progress they're currently making, and how they will fit into our cohort. Our job as a prep school, of course, is to prepare children for their senior schools, and we do prepare children for senior schools all around the country, and that is an absolute priority for us. There is, of course, a long journey towards that goal, and we want everyone to really enjoy that process. For us, it's most important that we find the right school for the individual child. So we don't feed any particular school. We make sure, in consultation with parents and understanding the child's academic and social and pastoral needs, that we find exactly the right match. And that could be any school, day, boarding, co-educational or single sex. The most important thing is that we form that relationship with parents. We work in consultation with you and we find exactly the right school for your child. And we feed over 35 different schools every year. And I think that really does demonstrate that we are looking for the right school that will really ensure that your children leave Windlesham and continue to thrive and become successful and accomplished young people. To any parent who is contemplating a move to a country prep school, my one piece of advice really is to visit the school, really get to know them, get to know the atmosphere of the school, get under the skin of the school and really understand the culture and ethos, meet people, meet the head, meet the staff, and ensure that you visit on more than one occasion and not just on an open day when everything is set up, but visit on a normal school day so you can see the children in action, you can really get a feeling for the atmosphere of the school, you can perhaps talk to some children and see the wealth of opportunity and experiences that are available. At Windlesham, every day is an open day.